Hi Uttori Zoku, this is Imari from the Always Uttori blog, where we cover fashion, food, DIYs, and lifestyle topics. If you caught my latest garden video or read our Q2 magazine, you'll know I've been getting serious about growing my own food. That's what inspired today's recipe, spicy tomato jam and sweet corn ice cream. This is the first recipe in our Harvest and Feast series, so stay tuned to the Always Uttori channel for more harvest-inspired recipes. Now let's cook some enchantment. To start, we're making a spicy tomato jam. First, cut up 1 jalapeno and 1 habanero pepper. Remember to wear gloves when handling spicy peppers. Don't worry if you're not a fan of spice. This jam has a sweet heat flavor similar to a ginger chew candy. The spice hits at the end and isn't too intense, so even my family members who don't love spicy food can handle it. However, if you really prefer a non-spicy version, you can find the recipe in our Q2 magazine linked in the description box. I'll also share a video version in a future Harvest and Feast episode. Next, roughly chop 2 pounds of tomatoes. The tomatoes will cook down, but if you prefer smaller chunks in your jam, you might want to cut them a bit smaller. It's up to you. The jalapeno I cut earlier is from my garden, and these beautiful large tomatoes are from a local farmer. Unfortunately, we had a rough season for tomatoes in our garden, so we supplemented by buying locally. Place the tomatoes, peppers, 2 cups of granulated sugar, 3/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1 teaspoon of salt, and the zest and juice of 1 lemon into a large stock pot. I'm using a jam maker, which is convenient for stepping away while it stirs and cooks. However, it only cooks in 30-minute increments and needs to cool down afterwards, which can be frustrating if your jam isn't the consistency you want. I've found that it usually takes a few rounds of 30-minute increments to get the jam just right. If you're using a regular pot, bring the mixture to a boil over high heat, then reduce the heat to medium. Simmer until thickened, stirring occasionally. This should take about 30 to 45 minutes depending on the heat level and width of your pot. Once the jam reaches your desired consistency, let it cool before funneling it into sterilized jars. You can store the jam in the refrigerator for about a month or process it in a hot water bath for 15 minutes for long-term storage or gifting. The jam is sweet with a kick of heat at the end, almost like tomato candy. It's delicious on toast, sandwiches, or hamburgers. I actually enjoyed it on a burger right after making it. You can use it in place of tomatoes or ketchup for a sweet, slightly spicy tomato flavor. But while these uses are tasty, spicy tomato jam truly shines when paired with sweet corn ice cream, which I'll show you how to make next. This sweet corn ice cream is perfect with fresh corn from the farmer's market or your own garden. However, frozen corn works just as well. To start, add 2 cups of cream, 1 cup of whole milk, and 1 cup of corn kernels to a pot. If you're using fresh corn, toss in the cob too. There's a lot of extra flavor in there. Bring the mixture to a simmer over medium heat, then remove from the heat and let infuse for 30 minutes. After infusing, remove the cob, if you used it, then blend the corn and milk mixture until smooth. Strain through a fine mesh sieve to remove the corn solids, pressing to extract as much liquid as possible. To make the custard base, return the infused milk to the saucepan. Add the seeds from 1 vanilla bean pod along with the pod itself. If you're using vanilla extract, you'll add 1 teaspoon after heating the custard. Add 2/3 cup of sugar and heat until the sugar dissolves. In a separate bowl, whisk 5 egg yolks until combined. Gradually temper the yolks by slowly adding the hot milk mixture, whisking constantly. Return the mixture to the pan and cook over low heat, stirring continuously until the custard thickens enough to coat the back of a spoon. Remove the custard from the heat. If you are using vanilla extract, add it now. If you used a vanilla bean, discard the pod. Strain the custard through a fine mesh sieve. Chill the mixture for at least 4 hours or overnight in the refrigerator. Be sure to chill the container of your ice cream maker overnight as well. Once the custard base is chilled, churn it in an ice cream maker according to the manufacturer's instructions. Let the ice cream harden in the freezer for at least 6 hours or until firm. You can enjoy this sweet treat on its own, but it truly comes alive when topped with the spicy tomato jam. To serve, heat the tomato jam in the microwave until it's warm and liquidy rather than thick and jam-like. Scoop your ice cream, then top it with the hot, spicy tomato jam. The combination is amazing and captures the essence of end-of-summer flavors. I found it hard to stop eating. The sweet corn ice cream is rich, sweet, and a bit savory, while the jam adds a spicy, herbaceous kick. Together, they create the perfect summer dessert that highlights the season's harvest. If you enjoyed this recipe, please give the video a thumbs up. Let me know what your favorite summer ice creams are in the comments below, and consider subscribing for more Harvest and Feast recipes. Thank you for watching, and remember, enchantment awaits. Life is just about finding it.